on? My name is Dave Warnicky. No, it's not. It's Jess Perkins. Dave Warnicky isn't here. Matt Stewart is here.
I am here.
Hello, Matt Stewart.
Hey, Jess Perkins.
Well, how was that intro? I was trying to do it exactly like Dave does.
It was, to be honest, it was a lot better.
Thank you. Yeah. Your face was going the other way there, but I appreciate that. And we're joined by a special guest because Dave is away. Dave's not here, so we are joined by our good friend and return guest, Nick Mason.
Hi, everyone.
Hey, Mason. How are you, mate?
I'm really good. I'm here to laugh and learn and be best friends.
Okay. Yeah, well, we can definitely laugh and learn. And,
but
now,
nice.
we'll just see how we go, I reckon. Don't force it, man. Be cool. Be cool.
But I brought things.
What did you bring? Baked goods? Unless it's baked goods, I'm not interested. That's a new phone.
I bought some rayon cloth tape.
You just picked that up from that table.
Plasflow. It's made in Korea.
I do love things made in Korea.
Yeah, I know, right?
Yeah, you know me so well.
Red's your favourite colour.
It is.
Put that there for you later.
He just knows.
He just gets it.
He's got a sixth sense. Oh, dear.
Sense.
Oh, no.
So Dave is away at the moment.
Oh, yeah. All right. I think we should, because no one really knows where he is, I think we should each give our guess, our best guess as to where Dave is.
Should we say it at the same time?
Well, I feel like that would be annoying.
Okay, fine. Off you go. Where do you think he is?
I think, well, I'm confident, and he didn't. I asked him straight out on Facebook, and he didn't reply,
On
which
Facebook.
I think that means that kind of confirms it to me. He's at a neo-Nazi university studying abroad for the semester. So, hopefully he's listening, and hopefully he's doing well in his studies.
I know you said we'd both guess, but I don't think there's a need to because I agree with you.
Well, I saw an Instagram photo of him. He's in some sort of ice cave eating a pie. So I feel probably neo-Nazi university.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
That would be one of the electives, I imagine.
Yeah.
Caves, bunkers and caves,
Cave
they're in all
diving.
that stuff. Yeah, cool.
Sounds about right.
Yeah, Dave is going to enjoy that if he...
He's going to kill us. But he has the
As
skills
is the
to
Nazi.
do so now.
The want of a Nazi. Just bad people.
So because we're a Dave short, and last time Meso was here, I wasn't here, right? So now I will play the role of Dave.
Okay.
And try to keep everything in control.
Okay, right.
As Dave does.
Yep.
Meso, if you're okay with it, would you mind playing the role of Jess?
Okay, does Jess have any defining characteristics?
God, no.
Okay, great.
No, I'd disagree. I think listeners would tell you that her biggest characteristic is that she'll turn on things.
She hates certain people. And
just all of a sudden,
flip-flops.
and you've got no idea why.
I hate this guy, and then 10 minutes later, she's just like, no, I love this guy.
It goes from love to hate very quickly.
Now, in the grand tradition that I've invented of me being on the show, I've decided to dress as the person who's not here.
Yeah.
So
you
I've
have
decided to dress as Dave, but I can be some sort of weird Jess-Dave hybrid.
Great.
Okay, cool.
I love that.
Thank you.
Yeah, because last time you wore a mustard jumper, and I'm apparently
Your
rather
trademark,
famous for one jumper that I have. But
Yep.
I'm okay with
We worry
that.
about you. Do you want us to buy you another jumper?
Yeah, I'm really cold.
Okay, great.
Please get me a jumper.
Jess, do you think it might make more sense if you play the role of Jess and we just get Meso to play Dave?
But look, I'd kind of already mentally gotten into the character of Dave.
No, that's fine. If it makes more sense that way, then that's... I just thought maybe.
Look, I can...
But I overthink things sometimes.
You do, as is the Matt way.
That's classic Matt. Okay, I should note that down for when I'm Matt.
Yeah. Overthink, underprepare. And speaking of underpreparing, you've got a report for us today,
I do
Matt.
have a report for us today, which is good. And as all the reports do start with a question, and mine are normally the best questions. I think we've all agreed on that in the past.
That's very true.
All right, so here is the question.
Here we go.
It's from the hat.
Well, yes. The topic's from the hat. The question is from my...
Brain. Which usually sits under the hat.
It does. They're a team in a lot of ways.
Yeah.
My question is, it's so dumb, but who is your favourite monarch? It doesn't like it. Normally the question should lead to the... It's not... Anyway, cool.
It's like an opinion-based one.
Yeah.
The consensus is what we do the report on, so you're going to have to work on the fly. You're going to have to work it real quick here. Mine's Prince Michael of Kent.
Okay.
He's the only. Does that count?
Yeah.
Okay.
I think so. Yeah.
I have no idea who he is.
He's the only royal with a beard. He's bald. He's got a beard.
Like currently or forever?
You can't. Was he always bald?
No, was he always... There
Bald,
have been previous
kid.
bearded monarchs.
Oh, no, the current royal family.
Right.
He's the only one.
I haven't heard of him.
Prince Michael
Prince Michael.
of Kent.
And he has really big ties.
Who's-
That's why I like him so much.
How does he fit into the family?
I don't know. That's all I
Okay.
know.
No, that's fine.
He's
I'm
very
okay with
sharp.
that.
He's a very sharp dresser.
All right, cool.
Yeah.
What a cool dude. Well, I would have said the big dog, Queen Lizzie, but
Yeah,
we've already
we've
done
already
her.
done her.
So then I was thinking, like, Prince William seems pretty cool. Little tiny Prince George is a little bit adorable.
very adorable.
And his little sister, whose
He's
name
also
I've forgotten.
sharp. Little sharp
Charlotte.
dresser.
Look, to be
Anyway,
honest,
but I'm guessing it's an older.
I've deliberately misled you. It's
course
more
you
of like if you think more music royalty.
Oh. Okay.
Prince?
Elvis.
Oh, that's good, but that is more about the topic we're doing. But Prince is better.
Yeah.
Fuck, I wish it was Prince. This one's out of the hat, though, and Prince isn't in the hat. And the topic, as suggested, was called The Life and Death of Elvis Presley Smiley Face. That was how it was sent in to us.
You know what I really like?
From Edward Bassanelli.
Thank you, Edward. What I really like is that from the beginning when we started doing this podcast, I would always I would think of things and write down. I had this list in my phone for ages of like potential topics. And I really like now that we're getting so many suggestions that there's like crossover or like people will suggest things that I've thought of and then I'm like, yes, I can do that topic. And I can say it's from the hat and Matt won't yell at me for it not being from the hat.
Yeah, it's fucked when you don't go to the
Yeah,
hat.
I know.
We've got so many things in the hat, and you're pulling things out from other garments. Is a hat a garment, Nick?
Yeah.
Is it haberdashery?
Or
Is
is
it? Oh,
might be
that's the best
No,
word.
it's
It's an
accessory?
It's an accoutrement.
Oh, accoutrement.
Maybe, yeah.
Okay.
Oh my God, you're the coolest person I've ever met.
He is playing the
Can't,
role
well,
of
I can't
Jess.
wait for you to flip flop later in the episode.
Yeah, oh yeah, I'll turn on you.
Okay, good.
Wait, now,
Why do I do that?
are you back to Jess now?
Yeah, maybe.
Oh.
Yeah, maybe I'm just Dave for the start and the end. So, and like how Dave is the good one at, just like, all right, Matt, I can't think of the word because I'm not Dave.
Well, when you said at the start and the end, I'm like, Dave, you did this kind of you kind of crunched yourself up into a little.
Yeah, because he's a little man.
Okay, cool. A little crab man.
Look, I'm
apparently.
Dave now. Oh, I'm Jess. Oh, I'm Dave.
Oh no!
All scrunched up. I'm
Dave gonna
Dave
do?
now.
Because of your funny
I'm-
little
oh,
hands.
I'm Jess again. Back to a normal, in proportion human.
What a roller coaster.
Caught that, Dave.
Got that, Hitler.
Okay, so I've written quite a
Elvis.
report here. Let me get stuck in,
Please.
and feel free to. Do you guys know much about the man?
Peanut butter and banana sandwiches. I
Yeah.
hope that makes an appearance at
Yeah.
some point. That would be great.
It's going to make an appearance now. He really liked peanut butter and banana sandwiches.
Awesome. All right, done. I'm done, guys.
Bye.
All right, bye.
I did read that a few times, and I never wrote it down.
Well, there you go.
But it's
I think I know more about Elvis from like parodies of Elvis.
Yeah, sure.
Like your Walk Hard or like your Simpsons references where he's shooting a TV. Does
Yeah.
he shoot a TV at any point?
Uh,
Don't spoil it.
Yeah, no
Okay.
spoilers. No
I'll-
spoilers, but answer the question.
Good.
yes and no.
Oh, very good.
He shoots a person on TV. That'll.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Wow, okay.
So, do you guys know he was born in 1935 he was a twin? Did you know he was a twin?
Yes.
Yeah, I think I've vaguely rang a
Vaguely,
bell,
yeah,
but
I wouldn't
but his twin was stillborn.
I was still born, so that's great.
Stillborn after
Yeah,
all
they
these
thought
years.
both weren't going to be born. Then one, they were both still born.
Yeah.
So good. What's he do now?
Look, like
It's probably a car salesman or like an accountant. You know, one's an entertainer, one gets a sensible job. You know.
no, I think there's a little misunderstanding there.
Oh, okay.
I
they're
I might have.
both entertainers. Great.
Ooh, boy. Now go on with your report then, I
Yeah,
guess.
keep
So
going.
Elvis was the second of the two born, and ended up being his parents' only child, Vernon, and his mum's name was Gladys. Gladys and Vernon, classic old-timey names.
But his name was actually Elvis.
His name was actually Elvis.
Elvis, is his middle name Aaron?
It is Aaron.
Yeah.
I don't
And
know why I knew that.
He was named after Vernon's middle name was Elvis,
Oh.
and Vernon had a mate named Aaron. And that's where he got his name.
So he just kind of went, Elvis?
Like, a couple of things I can
Oh,
see.
right, yeah, exactly. Like right now, I would be naming my child Bag Clock.
Oh, I mean, you've got two people in front of you with names.
Oh boy.
Didn't even think of it.
Oh, dear me.
Yeah, but we're both boys, and that's clearly a girl's
Oh,
name.
Bag Clock.
Bag clock.
Very,
So-
that is a nice,
Aw,
obviously. But yeah, fair
Bag
enough.
Clock.
Bag Clock. Ah.
Come on, little Bag Clock. On this podcast, Matt said he would be okay with naming his child Fuckhead.
Only if my partner wanted it and she was really rich.
Yeah, no, that's exactly right.
Time for school,
Because
Fuckhead.
the rich and famous think they're going to be rich and famous forever.
Yeah.
That's why somebody named their kid Pilot Inspector. Jason Liam named his kid Pilot Inspector, assuming that he would be famous forever, and then you're protected by celebrity.
And but
Pilot
the kid
Inspector.
probably isn't going to be really, is he?
No.
I always think, because I shorten names too. I mean, everybody does, but like I'm notoriously bad at just always shortening people's names. How would you nickname or shorten Pilot Inspector?
Pilo.
Pilo.
Pilo's
kinda
Specco.
Specky.
Specky. Yeah.
Specky Lee. That's kind of cool.
Yeah, Specky Lee.
I don't
Alright,
mind
well,
that.
you answered that
Sorry,
question.
Jason Lee, I apologise.
Yeah, we take it all back.
What do you reckon the odds are that they go by the name of Gary now or something?
Yeah, it's a Zowie Bowie situation.
Yeah, what is Zowie's now known
He's
as?
Duncan Jones.
Duncan Jones.
Yeah.
He went the other way.
Yeah.
Oh boy. So Elvis,
He
Vernon, and Gladys.
I've
Yeah.
written a lot of this in the present tense, which just sounds weird. So I'm going to see if I can change that on the fly. Elvis grows up in a close-knit family.
Elvis growed up.
Elvis is growing up.
His family was quite poor, but it was tight-knit. He had his grandparents, aunts, uncles, cousins all living nearby in Tupelo, which is where he grew up, Tupelo in
Tupelo.
Mississippi. You guys know the Nick Cave song Tupelo?
No, I don't know it.
I know the John Lee Hooker song Tupelo. Is it about raining?
Yeah, okay. So the Nick Cave song is probably a cover of the...
No, I think it's a coincidence. Yeah.
But the song's about the night Elvis was born, I believe.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Kind of like how Christmas carols are about when Jesus was born.
Very similar. Yeah. The Tupelo is an Elvis carol.
Aww.
The real king of the Jews. What?
Dave's not going to like that. Not at all.
They are teaching him the opposite at his university at the moment.
All right. First paragraph.
Now, when I came to do this episode, listeners, I said what's some characteristics of every. Like, I've listened to the show, I enjoy the show, but like, what's some characteristics? And the only thing that I was given of the other people was that Dave is a Nazi sympathizer.
Yeah.
It's
I mean, if you just put that out on Twitter,
Yeah.
even not directing it necessarily at do-go on followers, just if you just put it out there, said, anyone know Dave Warnocky? What's the first word that comes to mind?
Nazi.
They'd say Nazi sympathizer. That's a hyphenated
yeah, sure.
word. Cool. I'm saying cool a lot today. Hey, so they the family regularly hit up the Assembly of God Church in Tupelo, and that is where Elvis developed a love for singing gospel.
Did he like singing?
Yeah, he... Oh, you didn't know that?
I didn't know.
Yeah, no, it was one of his passions.
Really?
Yeah.
God, you think you know a guy.
What? Yeah. What did you think was noteworthy about Elvis? Just out of interest.
Just the white suit with all the rhinestones on it.
Yeah. Yeah.
I thought
It
that
was
was
a
his thing.
fashionista.
I thought it was his thing. I thought he was just like Paris Hilton. Like, nobody really knew why he was famous.
But yeah,
He was like
had a
an
few
evil
albums like
daredevil.
Paris Hilton.
did he have albums?
Yeah. Much like Paris.
Now, did his older brother encourage him to get into gospel singing?
Look, I don't know how to break it to
Because
you.
older brothers are often like, go on, get in. You know, you're scared little Elvis doesn't want to. It's hard to sing in public, you know.
You say like, I'm 2 minutes older than you, Elvis. I've lived.
That's right, yeah.
You know.
Moving on.
Okay.
I think we'll find out more about the brother.
Yeah, I
later.
think so.
Yeah, I don't want to
exciting.
spoil.
Yeah, no spoilers.
The second half is very
Oh, brother heavy.
Brother
great,
heavy,
yeah.
great.
Jesse, Garin, Presley heavy.
Aaron and Garen.
Yeah, not good.
Yeah.
Jesse though, big fan of that.
I didn't know.
Yeah, it's good, isn't it? Yeah. It's the name of a star.
Yeah,
Or an
no.
accountant. Who knows? We don't know yet.
Ah. No. Oh, if I find out his brother's an accountant.
his
Not be him, please.
Oh, I mean, I don't know if you like or not like this, but it's accounting related. His father Vernon wasn't able to hold down a steady job, and in 1938 was sentenced to 3 years in prison for forging a $4 check.
Oh,
$4
3 years in prison.
for $4. And granted, that was probably more money.
It's probably
back
like,
then.
$13, $14.
Still
yeah,
a
that's
lot
right.
of money.
So-
That's the reverse Frank Abagnale Jr.
Mm-hmm.
That's, you got away with it for years. And
Yeah.
this guy's like,
Just
"$4
one
no.
tiny little check.
Yeah.
But he only spent about a year behind bars in the end.
Got off lightly, in
Yeah.
my opinion.
Should have
I know.
been 14 years.
They've gone soft on crime in the 1930s. Yeah, wait, is that...
A simpler time.
That's building up. The next year isn't when Nazi war begins.
What's that?
38.
Yeah, it's
So he was in
39.
jail. Maybe he got out in 39 for some reason.
Not everyone
Good theory.
in
Look,
every
just a
story
theory.
has to be a Nazi sympathiser just because Warnock is. We're really going hard today because he's not here to defend.
Yeah, have
Oh,
fun.
no.
No.
I can hear him. He's
Um,
turning in his grave and he's not dead.
For his 11th birthday, Elvis was given his first guitar by his parents, bought at the Tupelo hardware store.
Oh.
But I also actually read that he bought his first guitar, so I don't know which one of those is true.
Let's say it came from the hardware store.
And around this time, he performed at the Mississippi, Alabama Fair and Dairy Show.
It sounds like... I'm imagining like the Royal Melbourne show.
Oh, you get to pet the little animals?
Yeah, but also a combination of that and like the fair in Charlotte's Web.
Yeah.
Just a fair. I'm imagining a fair is what I'm saying.
Yeah, it's like, like the Charlton show out in country Victoria, which is also a fair.
Or the scene in The Notebook where they go to the fair.
Yeah.
I'm imagining that sort of fair.
Or like
Ute
My
muster.
Skin.
Or when you pay for a ticket on a train.
It's far better. Should have started there. All right. Fucking hell. His first record... Oh, sorry. Let's... gee. In 1948, the Presleys move to Memphis from Tupelo, looking for more opportunities because they're battling.
Sure.
They're battlers. In Tupelo, they were living in a 2-room house. Not a 2-bedroom house.
Oh,
a
sure. Okay.
2-room house.
Okay, all right. If you've got to split them, how are we splitting them?
Yeah, okay, that's tricky because you want probably the toilet and then everything else, right?
Yeah, I was
Yeah, I was
thinking
going to
that
say like bathroom.
maybe that's an outhouse though.
Oh,
Yeah,
yes.
but still you'd have a bath or something inside. So that's got to be in its own space. And then
Maybe waterbed / bath.
Oh, that's good.
There we
Just
go.
pull the top off
Yeah.
and dive right in.
And then you'd have like open plan kitchen and living area.
Yeah.
It's like a studio apartment basically is what you're saying.
Sounds great.
And I mean, it is only the
Parents.
4 of them,
Yeah, isn't it though? Yeah.
Aaron and Garen.
Yeah. We haven't heard much about his relationship with his brother, which
It was
is
probably
weird.
in that time between 38 and 48, those 10 years, probably.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I have
Got a lot of
skipped
stuff.
over a lot of that.
Yeah.
It's probably just going through your Birdie Beetle show bags and
Yeah.
Yeah, just normal sort of sibling stuff.
reading your Phantom comics, all the stuff you get at the show.
Yeah.
Phantom Comics. Are you a Phantom fan? Because it's the shittest one, right?
Look, in a way,
The shittest big one.
even big ones a stretch.
Right.
No, look,
But people have heard of it.
that's true. Yeah. Look, it's of the like. I know there's some big fans, and there are people who still get their Phantom comic every week, but it's of the past. It's one of those. It's like Flash Gordon. It's like the Shadow. They're not coming back. You
Right.
can't-
Yeah, it's been done.
It's been done. Yeah.
Because, yeah, unless you somehow made it modern.
It's been attempted.
Okay.
Billy Zane, if you recall.
Oh.
Yeah.
Phantom 2040.
Behind a waterfall.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
in the Ghost Cave.
Uh-huh.
Skull Cave. Ghost
Very
Cave.
cool. Anyway, we digress. See, I'm doing a Dave.
How do we get to
I'm
that?
doing a Dave.
No,
Do
I
go on.
appreciate
Birdie
it.
Beetle show bags.
Oh, right,
Yeah.
good.
Yeah, that'll do it, yeah.
So in Memphis, that's where he started going to school, or he continued going to school. So in Memphis, he went to school, and he graduated there in 1953, becoming the first member of his immediate family to earn a high school diploma.
Oh, good job, Elvis.
That year, he recorded his first tunes at the Memphis recording service. A couple of cover songs, "My Happiness," I think.
The Powderfinger song.
Happiness. Slowly creeping back. Now you're at home.
And yeah, it's funny. I didn't realize the connection there.
Yeah. He was a big Powderfinger fan. But, aren't we all?
True. I think that's true. Yeah.
Powderfinger's been suggested, actually.
Really?
Yeah, I think Powderfinger's in the hat with a specific... No, maybe it's Silverchair. I think it was Silverchair, and it was
Silverchair
like...
had
we want Jess to do it.
Okay.
I was like,
Are you from Newcastle?
No.
Oh, do you love Silverchair?
They're fine. They're fine.
That's what we need. That's the enthusiasm we need.
Yeah.
That's like me for
No
Elvis.
connection or enthusiasm is what you need.
The following year, Elvis received a call from a local guitarist named Scotty Moore, and along with bass player Bill Black, they met at the Memphis recording service to jam out some tunes.
Oh, yes.
And they were there with Sam Phillips, who was the Sun Records producer, and they tried a bunch of different songs, but Phillips wasn't digging the sound.
Oh, yeah.
He wasn't into it. But then all of a sudden, Elvis was like, "Hey, I got an idea. Let's have a crack at Arthur Big Boy Crudup's song, That's All Right. And let's do it in a sped up style."
Oh, that'd do it, wouldn't it?
And
The slow one, ugh.
Ugh. Yawn.
Moore and Black kept up, and imagine Phillips said something like, "I think you've just cut your first hit record."
Oh, yeah.
He
One of
would
those
say that, wouldn't
lines.
he?
Yeah, and then he would have said something like, we haven't recorded it yet, but you know what I mean." And they would have been like, "What are you talking about, Phillips?"
We're very new to this. We
Yeah,
don't understand your lingo.
this is not making any sense. He's like, "Forget it. Let's just record this song. I think it's gonna." I'm just saying, I think I like it. Yeah, it was a weird
Classic
time back
Phillips,
there in the
yeah.
50s. Eh? What is it weird that people existed in the 50s?
Ugh.
So long ago.
Why even bother
Our
existing in
parents
the
existed
50s?
in the
My
50s.
my dad was born that year,
What is this?
53.
Yeah, nice.
Oh, that's 54 now.
So you lied.
I did lie straight up. And it did become Elvis's first hit single.
So Phillips was right.
Phillips was right,
Ah,
as I imagined it.
in a way, they'd cut their first hit record.
Yeah, in some ways. Yeah.
Great.
In a way.
In a way, the correct way. In 1955, Elvis had caught the attention of promoter Colonel Tom Parker.
Oh, I've heard that name.
Yeah,
Colonel.
he's a key player.
Tom Parker.
Tom Parker, the
Colonel Tom Parker.
Now, was he a real colonel, or did he just take the name? Is he like a Colonel Sanders? Who might also be a real colonel.
Yeah,
Who's to
who
say?
knows? I don't think you have to Google it, Matt. I think we can just say
It is a great question. Look, I don't think he was a real colonel.
Okay.
lies.
His occupation is just down as talent manager on Wikipedia.
Yeah, so what do you get a bloody colonel for? Yeah, see, there she is. She turns. She
Yeah,
turns.
there we go.
Now, because I didn't see it. When people said she turns on things, I was like, what? No, I don't. Now I see it. Okay.
So the colonel,
No.
I just turned you off. All right.
I can hear myself a bit better now, too. 'cause
no.
I'm
Look,
very
while you were
smart
faffing about,
Oh,
Matt
you found out
Stewart.
about the colonel.
well, he apparently he served 2 years in the 64th Coast Artillery. So he's an artilleryman. Although he had served honourably before, he went AWOL and was charged with desertion.
now. Ooh.
Which army is this in?
United States Army.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Because he was Dutch born, I believe.
Oh.
I mean, it doesn't say he became, like, it doesn't say
He was
a colonel.
Yeah.
I don't think
He doesn't sound like he rose through the ranks.
I don't think you can become an artillery colonel. Anyway, that's the last research I'm going to do.
Good decision.
Until you come back for the DC episode.
Nah, I'll just wing it.
That's great.
Yeah, that's how we like to do it.
That makes more sense. So the colonel, Colonel Tom Parker,
Not a real colonel.
not a real colonel. He got pretty excited about Elvis. He wanted to get involved in the business, and he did.
Oh,
Yeah,
Oh!
dream, achieve, believe.
yeah. And one of his first bits of business for Elvis was that he was able to negotiate the sale of Elvis's Sun Records contract to RCA
I
Records.
thought you were going to say Elvis's son there. That was-
Yeah, that's what it sounded like. I was like, he sold Elvis's son?
Look, Elvis didn't have a son, you guys.
All right.
Do you think I would have mentioned that before? Probably wouldn't have. The way
Look,
this
you
is
haven't
going-
mentioned a lot of the stuff about his family members so far. So.
Yeah, I know nothing about his mum.
Look, it was a very private. Well, you know her name was Gladys. Brother was Garen, and we had the dad was the guy, the forger. What else do you need to know?
That's a good point.
So this deal was for the unprecedented sum of $35,000 plus a $5,000 plus a $5,000 signing bonus or signing bonus.
That's a lot of money.
It is. Well, it was a fuck ton back then. Remembering that $4 check
metric
gets you
fuck
in gets you in jail.
How much is a fuck ton?
Oh, I'm sure we've talked about this before.
$69, am I right?
Yeah.
$69.
$69,000.
Yeah, it's a fuck ton.
Yeah, all right.
All right.
Settle down, guys.
A lot of
Come on.
money. Great.
In 1956, Elvis makes a deal with the Colonel, which stipulates that he will be the sole and exclusive advisor, personal representative, and manager in all and any fields of public and private entertainment.
Well, that sounds all-encompassing, doesn't it?
He
There's
really-
no way that would come around and bite anybody in the
He
arse.
really locked Elvis up.
Yeah. How old is Elvis now? Like
Elvis is
20?
Yeah, he's 21. 21.
Good time to make that decision, I feel.
It was around this time that he bought Graceland.
Oh.
21-year-old.
Huh.
He bought it for $100,000. What a mad dog. I'll talk more about that later on.
What a
hound!
mad dog.
What a hound
Yeah.
dog!
Oh.
Thank you. That's an Elvis thing.
Stuart.
In 1956.
You're the king of my heart
Oh.
and this podcast.
Wow. Okay.
Do go on.
Sure. In 1956, Elvis records his first songs for the new label at the Nashville studio, and these sessions include recording the hit song "Heartbreak Hotel."
Oh, yeah.
You'd be familiar with that one.
Yeah.
Just sounds like all of Elvis's other songs. I was gonna try and sing it, but I was gonna sing it. Well, that's all right, Mama, but that's a
Different song,
different song.
exactly.
Down at the Heartbreak Hotel. That's all right, Mama. Heartbreak Hotel.
Heartbreak Hotel.
Yeah.
Slowly
Creeping back.
You're
He
at
was
home.
strongly influenced by Bernard Fanning. Don't you think?
Aren't we all?
Yeah, I was going to
Yeah.
say, we've all been influenced by Bernard Fanning.
In music and in life. Amongst all this, Elvis is starting to get attention on the TV, the bloody
Ooh.
television, which is a relatively new thing in the 50s.
Yeah.
And during one appearance on the Milton Berle show, he performs a sensual rendition of his hit song Hound Dog, and that episode was a huge rating success.
A sensual...
Sensual.
What would that sound like?
I think it was more on his hips and his his
Oh,
his
that's
lips.
right.
His lips was seen as being like basically vulgar.
Yeah.
The way he moved his hips and his lips.
Yeah.
His lips were vulgar.
His sexy moves during Hound Dog drove the kids in the audience wild, and press and some of the adult viewers were so appalled that it becomes one of the most controversial performances ever. On the back of this, he gains huge popularity among teenagers, and audiences become wilder and wilder at his concerts. Pulling out...
Start throwing their feces.
Oh, yep.
That's not listed here.
Like wild animals.
They listed screaming, rushing the stage, crying and fainting. Oh, no, hang on, sorry, and throwing their feces.
There it is,
They
yeah.
Sorry,
turned
yeah.
into-
That's right, yeah.
Turned into primates.
That bit is underlined. Okay.
Underlined italics, the whole bit.
Yeah.
It was the defining thing that his fans did his whole career.
Yeah.
Just feces.
It's got an image, isn't it?
Isn't it, though?
Well, you know, music makes you do crazy things.
Interestingly, yeah, the censors and stuff had no problem with that. They didn't think that was vulgar.
No,
but
that
when
was
he-
fine.
When he wriggled his lips.
Yeah, they were like, come on, mate.
The press the press expressed outrage across the country, reporting on Elvis's obscene performance, and he was condemned by sections of the morally concerned establishment and the religious community. The 1950s were a super conservative time in America, and he was seen as a real rule breaker.
Rule breaker over here.
Yeah, Jess, what was that?
I'm wondering what that was in protest of. Was it in process of the moral right, or was it in protest of Matt being boring?
No, it was just people people being conservative.
Were you just covering up a real fart?
Yeah.
Is that what was happening there?
That's smart.
Yeah.
That's really smart.
Oh my gosh, she's so funny. What is that smell? Oh, I don't know. No, it was just the boring conservative people.
Yeah.
You weren't being boring.
Oh,
You're
I thought you were talking to
wonderful.
me about me there. So Elvis is now 21 years old, and his star is exploding, much like Jess's asshole.
It's weird that's in the Wikipedia entry as well, right?
It's weird.
Did you have to say that when I'd just taken a mouthful of water?
Yes.
Fair enough.
He heads back to Tupelo to perform 2 shows at the Mississippi Alabama Fair and Dairy Show,
Oh, back to the dairy show.
where he is.
Where it
He
all
performed
began.
about 10 years earlier, but this time he had 100 National Guardsmen surround the stage to control the crowd of excited fans. 100. 100.
That's crazy.
That is that's a good audience in itself.
100.
Yeah,
Imagine
right.
having 100 people come see you perform.
Even if nobody else showed up.
Yeah, that's great.
I mean, they're facing the other way.
Yeah.
And they're
But-
not enthused.
But that's probably for the best. It's self-conscious. You don't want,
Yeah.
don't want everybody staring at you.
Ooh, yuck. Audience, no.
Ooh, no.
He's at this time he also started moving into the film business. His first film, Love Me Tender, premieres. It's set in the South in 1800s American Civil War times, and is a huge hit. Seems like everything he does is a huge,
Huge
hit.
hit,
Yeah,
Yeah.
right.
Where's this going to end, you know? All these hits. Where does it end?
Oh, well, no, to be honest, I haven't got that far. I just assume he's still out there making hits.
Yep.
Yep.
One of these brother
Movies,
by side.
songs.
Oh,
God,
what a team.
They
What a
must have, do
team.
you reckon they bought a yacht together or something?
oh, definitely, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, it's so good.
Probably started a restaurant together. Not because they need the money,
Yeah.
but just because it's fun.
And they
to
love
have
it.
fun with your brother. Yeah.
Just like brotherly things. They'd
Yeah.
probably go fishing.
I did have it down as a fun fact, but Elvis did buy Franklin Roosevelt's presidential yacht.
Oh,
I
with his brother?
I didn't mention his brother,
It's
but you
interesting.
could only assume. Those
Yeah.
two, I mean, they were twins.
Yeah.
Inseparable in many ways. In all but the key one, I guess.
Yeah, one of them can't sing, so they can't, you know.
So at the end of Love Me Tender, Elvis's character dies.
Oh, spoilers.
But that did not test well in the preview screenings.
Oh.
So they tacked on footage of him singing the film's title song at the end of the movie. Just to appear.
So the
Hey, it's not so
character's-
bad. Look, he's
The
singing
character
Love
still
Me
died, but then he's singing
Yeah.
again. But now he's singing from heaven.
Yeah, it's really what a...
He's happy up there.
Are you guys familiar with the $1 Million Quartet?
No.
Heard of that?
No.
So,
Hang on, let me guess.
yeah, Elvis is one of them.
And there are
Oh, it's three more
three
famous
others.
people.
Yes.
Buddy Holly,
No.
Richie Valens,
No.
The Big Bopper. Just maybe people who died in a plane crash. I don't...
Yeah, no.
Okay.
Holly Valance,
Oh, yeah.
Steph McIntosh, Delta Goodrum,
Jessica
No
Moore.
neighbours.
Jessica Moorboy.
Jessica Morboy.
More boy. No, it's there are no.
Okay, well, that's my guess.
So Elvis dropped by the Sun Studios, back to the old Sun Studios, and got involved in an impromptu jam session with Jerry Lee Lewis and Carl Perkins.
Oh, it was so close.
Are you familiar with these guys?
Perkins.
Perkins, yeah. Carl.
No.
No.
So that's three.
Yeah, who's the fourth?
And the fourth,
Oh, here we go. Big reveal.
Johnny Cash.
Oh, actually, yeah, I was watching Walk the Line the other day. And I was like, oh, I didn't know they were mates, and I should have been able to guess that myself.
Yeah, I think that might be one of those reverse engineered. I should have been able to do a thing. Like I saw a movie that like vaguely showed that they were.
Hey.
Come on, I mean honestly.
If
fuck
I had
off.
more time, I definitely would have figured that out
Yeah.
on my own.
But the funny thing is that was only because Johnny Cash was only thought to be involved in that because he came down for a photo op later in the day. It was really only the three of them that jammed.
Oh,
And
interesting.
then Johnny Cash came in later, and there's this classic photo of the four of them sort of sitting around a piano, I think. But yeah, Johnny Cash didn't actually jam.
There's a photo in my high school yearbook of me on the debating team. not in the debating team. Just popped in on the...
Yeah, very similar to that.
Yeah, exactly.
I jumped in on the photo once when a trivia team won like a fundraising trivia, and they were getting their photo with the medal, and I just jumped in on the side, put my arm around them, and like forevermore, I'm a champion trivia guy.
That's right.
Yeah.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Is that how you got here? Was that on your resume to get into
Yeah.
on?
Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
a champion trivia guy.
Yeah, that's why we hired
Check
him.
out this photo. Look.
Yeah. Look,
Yeah.
look at me with all these other people.
How did I get on it? I don't belong. Nah, I'm alright.
The way it worked, Dave is a trivia guy. He got me on because I work for a trivia thing, and then I got you in because you got a good attitude.
I disagree.
Yeah.
I think she's got a bad
I
attitude.
turn on people real quick.
Yeah, and that's what I like about it.
Alright.
See, to me, it's a good attitude. A bad attitude's a good attitude.
There we go.
Is that confusing? What am I talking about? Oh yeah, the $1 million. So, old mate Sam Phillips was there, the producer.
Of course he is.
And he obviously no longer has the rights because he sold it for $35,000. But he, even though he wasn't really allowed to, he pressed record. So those sessions were recorded and eventually came out. I believe. I think that happened.
That's naughty.
Very naughty, but very
He was all about that. He was
Yeah,
the original
he was
bad,
a bad boy.
bad boy of rock and roll.
Love a bad boy.
But like, you got to do that, right? And I think everyone's pretty happy that he did. Anyway, $1 Million Quartet.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that was pretty good. Who's your favourite ever quartet?
The film quartet with Billy Connolly and Maggie Smith.
That's only two.
That's only two, yeah.
And the other two whose names I don't know.
Wow, but you still like him.
It's a great film.
The quartet.
It's great. Check it out. About old people.
So I mean, that was a
Sounds
question.
thrilling, I
That was
love
a
it.
question without notice. So it was it's
that's
fine
pretty
that you
good.
gave an ordinary answer.
Probably the Ninja Turtles.
Ninja Turtles. That's
Fuck,
very
okay,
good.
yeah,
Quartet,
because
yeah.
I was about to defend. I was about like, it's a great movie, and then he said Ninja Turtles. I was like,
how
no,
do you beat that?
fuck.
Now imagine the film Quartet, but the Ninja Turtles are in it. 4 memorable actors, as opposed to
Okay.
the 2 and the 2.
Who were the 4 memorable actors?
The Ninja Turtles.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're not actors. They're turtles.
Oh, a turtle can't be an actor, Jess.
Wow.
I can't believe what
Wow.
I'm hearing.
They're
I thought
ninjas.
Dave was the Nazi, telling people what they can and can't do.
This one's amphibious. That's her problem.
I am a noted amphibious.
Well, you find out eventually, and you've broken my heart today, Jess.
Oh.
I think my mind's gone through a few. I was thinking Awesome Foursome for a little while.
Oh,
but,
yeah.
But I think maybe the Big Four of thrash metal might be my favourite quartet. You guys know the Big Four?
No.
Feels like I'm padding. I've got so
Is
much
it
report to
also
get to.
is it also the Awesome Foursome? Did they switch
It's also
over
the
thrash
Awesome
metal after their disastrous
Fruit ad.
gold fruit sponsorship?
What was the song on that ad?
Golden Valley Fruit.
It was like a
Love
pub
me
parody.
tender.
Yeah,
Peaches, mangoes, peaches.
that's the one.
Peaches, mango, peaches.
Maybe.
Let's move on.
That's my
I
favourite
reckon.
trio.
Let's move on. We
Metallica,
Need Dave.
Megadeth,
Uh-huh.
Anthrax,
Sure.
Sure.
and Slayer.
Obviously.
Oh,
of
yeah.
course. I could have done that in my sleep. How about we get on with a report about Elvis?
Okay. Following Elvis's huge ratings boost on the Milton Berle show, he was booked for an appearance on NBC's Steve Allen show in New York. You know Steve Allen? So Allen introduced Elvis in a white bow tie and black tails, and Presley sang Hound Dog to a basset hound wearing a top hat and bow tie.
Oh yeah.
Yep.
Yep.
Now, some thought Allen...
That seems cruel when you think about it. That dog ain't no friend of his.
Yeah.
So mean.
You ain't nothing
Yeah.
but a hound dog.
Yeah.
Don't be
But
cruel.
that's not true because he's got a bow tie
He's
and
a
top
gentlemanly
hat.
hound
Yeah.
dog.
Yeah, he is so much more. Some thought Alan was trying to make Elvis look silly, but Alan later wrote that he found Presley's strange, gangly country boy charisma, his hard-to-define cuteness, and his charming eccentricity intriguing, and that he simply worked the singer into the comedy fabric of his program.
That sounds like something you would say decades later.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
now this guy's a star.
Yeah,
I didn't
totally.
mean to mock him.
Totally. At
Didn't
the
mean
time,
to crush his career.
he would have been thinking at the time, like, nah, it's just a fad, this stupid youth culture bullshit, which wasn't even, like, rock and roll and stuff hadn't even really, that was almost the beginning of it.
This is like, this Elvis was the planking of his day.
yeah.
People thought. They were just
that's
like,
right.
oh,
This
no.
is not going to take
It's like
off.
if Bieber gets really big.
Yeah, and has
I
credibility.
mean, he is really big, but
but
as
has
in, like,
credibility
yeah,
into the
yeah,
future, which, may still happen.
Ugh.
I think he does, though, right?
I think he has some, but I don't think he's got Elvis credibility.
No, it's probably true.
He's kind of maybe
I wonder
Elvis
if
was
in, like,
loved and
50
hated
years.
too, because like Bieber is loved, like,
Yeah.
adored, but also hated.
That's true.
It's not cool.
Yeah,
to
it'd be
like
interesting
him.
to see what the things that kick on. I feel like at the moment it's probably, Beyonce might have staying power in
Adele,
that way.
I reckon would.
Let's make some predictions.
Okay.
I reckon Adele will.
I think she won't.
Yeah, I don't think she will either. She feels a bit too... She feels like a forgotten type. Like a bit blander.
I feel she'll be like, I've done all I want to do. I'm retiring.
Right, okay. So she's going to
yeah.
choose. But do you think her legacy will live on?
Yeah, I think.
Oh,
that-
yeah.
that's what I reckon.
I think she'll be a forgotten one.
Okay.
But
Let's-
I reckon Beyonce will, like, grandkids will be listening to Beyonce at, like, hipster bars in whatever the new hipster town is, Eltham. That's a Melbourne reference, as everyone enjoys. Just before the show, Presley told a reporter, this is a quote, "I'm holding down on this show. I don't want to do anything to make people dislike me. I think TV is important, so I'm just going to go along. But I won't be able to give the kind of show I do in a personal appearance." And later he referred to the performance as the most ridiculous performance of his career.
The most ridiculous.
It's interesting though, because he felt like he had to jump through the hoops at the time because TV was important for his career, and then I wonder maybe he did because he got the huge ratings and that led to more opportunities.
That's true.
And that's a way to break through. Like, you're a big underground, like, huge underground dish. Oh, he's probably not underground at all, really, at that stage. But he's a huge thing. But then he goes on to these big mainstream TV shows where a lot of people are watching and taking notice.
Yeah, so maybe it paid off, obviously.
You guys know Ed Sullivan?
Yes.
Yes.
I think it's where Letterman did his show in
Personally,
the...
ask me anything about Ed Sullivan.
Okay. What's
His
Ed
address.
short
What's
for?
his address?
Edmund?
Oh,
Yes.
not an Edward.
New York, New York.
Very
I think
The
good.
both-
home of entertainment and the home of Ed Sullivan.
Couple of facts here. We got some New York listeners. I think they'll
He's the
confirm both of
theatre.
those.
I don't know if you know that.
Yeah, he's a
He's
building.
theatre, Yeah.
Does Colbert still use the theatre as the Ed Sullivan
Look, I'm
Theatre?
not the one on trial here. Ed Sullivan is the one on trial here.
Yeah.
And he is guilty. He's guilty of saying that he will never have Elvis on his show
Wow.
until he sees the ratings of his appearance on Alan's show, and he quickly changes his mind.
Oh, wow.
Because that appearance on the on the Steve Allen show was the first time that he ever was outrated by Alan. So it's like, maybe we'll rethink this whole thing. Maybe
It's me, Ed Sullivan.
hey, boys and girls, I reckon get the Colonel on the line. I reckon I want to have a little chat. And he
Ladies and gentlemen, Elvis Presley.
so he offered $50,000 for 3 appearances on the show, and the appearances brought the same. And Elvis accepted. Brought the same sort of controversy that he was sort of becoming accustomed to. And on the 3rd appearance, quite famously, he was shown only from the waist up.
Oh, yes.
So you
Because
can
of
see
the
them
obscenity below.
Those sexy
Still
hips.
see those lips, though.
Yeah.
Num, 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 num.
His lips were carrying a lot of the load that night. Sullivan diffused some of the controversy. Like, he really turned it around, Sullivan. Because he goes, during the show, he said to the millions of viewers that this is a decent, fine boy. We want to say we have never met we've never had a more pleasanter experience with a big name than we've had with you.
That's nice.
Pleasanter.
Pleasanter.
Yeah.
More pleasanter.
Very good. More pleasanter. There's a lot wrong with that, isn't
There's
there?
so much wrong with it.
It's got to be I reckon he's not that dumb. I'm going to say that is
No,
my
people in the
mistake.
past were pretty dumb.
I'm going to call that my mistake. Oh, that's true. They didn't have the
When you think
education
about
we
it.
have now.
That's right.
Or the medical science.
Social media.
Yep.
Didn't have any of that.
Couldn't have Googled things for sure.
Didn't have iPhones.
He...
Nah, good contribution there, Jess. I reckon.
Also objectively wrong. Some of them did have iPhones.
Ah, damn it!
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
all 3 singles that Elvis released in early 1957 went to number 1 on the US charts. Too Much, All Shook Up, and Let Me Be Your Teddy Bear. Man, doesn't that just sound awful? Let Me Be Your Teddy Bear. But it was a big hit.
No, it sounds great. What do you mean?
Good point. In 1958, Elvis arrives at the Memphis draft borders, oh my God, and is inducted into the U.S. Army. After his physical, Elvis is put on a bus and sent to Fort Chaffee, Arkansas.
Oh, Chaffee.
Fort
Arkansas.
Chaffee.
At Fort Chaffee, which is great,
So good.
Elvis receives his GI haircut, and then he travels to Fort Hood in Texas, where he goes through basic training and remains on duty there for 6 months. After training, Presley joins the 3rd Armored Division in Friedberg, Germany, over with Warnicke's mates. And apparently, Elvis is introduced to amphetamines by a sergeant and becomes practically evangelical about their benefits. Not only for energy, but for strength and weight loss as well.
Strength.
Loves that stuff.
This episode of Do Go On is brought to you by amphetamines.
Yeah.
You can lift a car. Try it.
Go to amphetamines.com/do-go-on for 20% off.
No, is that a thing? Can we get some sort of
We get a
sponsorship
little
from amphetamines?
kickback from amphetamines, from big amphetamines.
What? Where?
Of an amphetamines
I've
kickback.
not-
Ooh.
I've not seen any of that money.
Ah.
Have you been paid for that?
It's all gone up my amphetamines snorting nose.
Matt's been putting some amphetamines in your water.
Yeah.
Maybe, right? That's why it feels so
20%.
Yeah.
strong.
Causes flip-flopping.
Yeah.
That's what it does.
Yeah, sorry about I should probably have checked with you. I just assumed that's how you would have wanted to have been paid, secretly into your water.
No, I'd just like cash into my bank account.
Oh, that's very confusing. What kind of way do you do business?
I got rent and bills to pay.
Yeah, well, you're going to be able to pay him with strength and the other weight loss.
Oh, boy.
And energy. All right. You can tell that I've got all of those things. Hey, all right.
Oh no.
Fellow soldiers have attested to Presley's wish to be seen as an able, ordinary soldier, and despite obviously his fame, and he donated a lot of his army pay to charity, maybe even all of it.
Oh wow.
Who's to say? Me, he did, all of it. While serving in the U.S. Army in Friedberg, Germany, Presley met a 14-year-old girl named Priscilla Beaulieu.
14.
14.
And patted her on the head and sent her on her way.
And he's how old?
With only some amphetamines.
He'd be 20...
Unless he's also 14.
He'd be 20...
It's largely irrelevant.
He's 23.
So there's 9 years between them.
Yeah.
And she's 14.
14. Yeah, I know. And in it, like they just sort of said after a 7.5 year courtship, they got married.
So when she was legal.
Yeah, great.
Oh, that's so creepy though.
Yeah.
Imagine going back to your friends and be like, guys, I've met a lady and I'm really happy. And, oh, great. You just bring her out. Oh, she's got homework, but maybe another time.
Unlike university homework. Yeah, absolutely.
No. You're 9, so.
Yeah, something, and it's funny that it's just sort of accepted that that's fine. It's never talked about that he was a bit weird.
Yeah, I didn't know that she was so young.
But I mean, it did say, all it said was that he met her then. So maybe
Maybe nothing.
Maybe
But
it
then
was just
says
like
after
a
a
friend
7-year
thing.
courtship.
Yeah, 7.5. Yeah, that's interesting. Yeah, I don't know.
Unless he waited until she was legal and then they got married when he was like 50.
Wait,
It's not quite right.
9 years is converted to 30.
Yeah, but then they had a 7-year courtship after she was legal.
So
now
that's
it's
50.
50.
Oh,
Yeah, see. Yeah.
My maths is awful. We really are missing Dave.
Amphetamines really ages you. I don't know. It's a hell of a drug.
He's
It
only
is
10
a hell
years
of a,
older,
it's a
though.
hell of a drug. There were fears at Elvis's time in the army. He was in the army for 2 years, right? And there were fears that would finish his career, that much time out of the spotlight.
What if he gets a hip injury or a lip injury?
Oh, jeez.
Yeah.
Imagine if he got shot through the lip.
A lip injury? Lip jury.
Yeah, lip jury. Yeah.
That was worth stopping you.
That is like a classic podcasting joke formula is you say a couple of words and then you join them together.
You portmanteau them.
You portmanteau and then everyone stops and laughs. Never fully got it, but geez, it goes on. It's a real scourge on the podcasting environment. But no, I like that.
Yeah, that
I
was a
like
good
your
one,
one.
yeah.
I
Yeah,
think
yeah.
yours was so bad it was good. It's
a
the ones
fresh-
that work really well. They're the ones
Yeah.
that suck.
Just go on with your silly little report.
So yeah, there were fears during
fears.
that his 2 years were going to kill off his career. Oh no! After last week, don't be sad because I'm not strong enough to handle the Twitter backlash.
They don't like a sad Jess.
They do not. It's really it's. There are some people I can't handle when they're sad, and because you're like, no, I need you to be. You're always happy, and then that's the basis. And if you're sad, then everything's fucked. And I reckon that's what people feel like. And that's why they all turned on Dave. Jeez, they turned on Dave. Apart from a couple who agreed that Irish dancing is stupid. Which, I mean, surely everyone can agree on that. But anyway, all right. Portmanteau.
They're fun.
They're great fun, aren't they?
You know what else is fun?
Portmanteau.
Portmanteau.
Fun portmanteau.
Fun portmanteau.
You know what else is fun?
What's that?
Getting on with the report.
Oh no! Please don't do it, Jess. She's smiling and having a great time. Everybody, Nick, tell him.
No, it's Smiles fading. Smiles fading. It was there. Yeah, we're back to sad Jess.
Oh no!
Cess. That's what I call her. Yeah.
Oh no! So there were fears that it was going to be a career killer. This whole war thing, army thing.
This whole war thing.
Oh, this whole bloody war thing.
But did you know? Here's a fun fact: that in those 2 years, I'm pretty sure that his twin brother covered for him.
I thought
nobody
I heard
even
that too.
Nobody
Yeah,
even
yeah.
knew that he was
Nobody knew he was
gone.
in the war.
That's right. Yeah.
I think you're right because I remember hearing about Elvis performing at that time, and I think it was his brother.
It's his twin brother.
There were fears that Elvis's time in the army would finish his career.
Can't believe you're cutting that out. Keep it in, Matt.
No.
All right.
But during his 2 years away from the limelight, RCA regularly released music that they had banked up of his, including 10 top 40 hits.
Wow.
10 top 40 hits
So
just of
like
offcuts from previous recordings,
That's great.
including hits like Wear a Ring Around Your Neck, and then the number one hit, A Big Hunk of Love.
Hunk of Burning Love.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which is a good one, right? That's one of the...
I always think of that late period Elvis, where he's real big and fat. And he's got
the big
jumpsuit.
white
Yeah.
jumpsuit. In 1960, Elvis was discharged from the army, and in the years immediately following, he just maintained the huge success, even bigger than when he was away, funnily enough. Just for weeks after returning home, he entered the Nashville studio, and that session yielded the single Stuck on You, which was rushed into release and quickly hit the top of the charts. I don't know if I know that song.
Never heard of it.
I know the...
I'm stuck on you, slowly creeping back. You know that one.
Yeah, okay. No, that does
It's
ring a
come
bell,
back, yeah.
actually. So it's slowly coming back into my head. 2 weeks later, another recording session included two of his biggest singles, It's Now or Never and Are You Lonesome Tonight?
Very good.
So he's come back and he's just like dropping fire everywhere. A review of the album came out from these sessions. The album that came out from these sessions, the review said that Elvis's singing wasn't sexy, it was pornographic.
Oh.
And music historian John Robertson described Elvis on this record as many things, including a flirtatious teenage idol with a heart of gold, a tempestuous, a dangerous lover, a gut bucket blues singer, and a sophisticated nightclub entertainer, and a raucous rocker.
Gut bucket.
Yeah.
Gut bucket.
Gut bucket.
Took that one to heart in later years, I feel.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Gut bucket.
Gut bucket.
I love that.
Yeah, I've never
Gut
heard that.
bucket.
Gut bucket.
I don't get it, but I really like it.
Dibs on the nickname, guys.
Damn it!
I'm taking it.
You know I love nicknames.
I reckon it works better
Gut bucket.
on Mason.
Yeah, it probably does. I couldn't be a gut
The gut
bucket.
bucket.
Hey, it's me, big fat party animal, gut bucket, mate. So.
And also, if I walked in, everyone was like, "Hey, gut
Gut
bucket."
bucket.
Hey, that's so mean. Why are you calling?
But
that-
if they say it to Nick, it's not.
Nah, look at him.
Guys,
Look at his little gut bucket.
I've regretted my choice, but I claimed it, so.
You claimed it. You got him.
Yeah.
Gut bucket.
The Colonel scored Presley a deal to appeal. Oh my God. Reading is hard. The Colonel scored Presley a deal to appear on the Frank Sinatra Timex special for an unheard of $125,000 fee
Ooh,
for
mama.
only 8 minutes of singing. That's good money even today.
Even today, I'd take that.
yeah.
I'd take that.
I'd take that. I'd take that. The show was another ratings bonanza. Elvis rode this wave
A lot of great words in this report, I must
Bonanza.
say.
Gut bucket. End of list.
Elvis rode a wave.
Portmanteau. Oh.
Yeah. What's a portmanteau of gut bucket and bonanza?
Oh.
Okay, now you're just being ridiculous.
Gananza.
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 Gananza. That's it. You've created it's worth more than the sum of its parts or whatever. Yeah. Elvis rode this wave of success through the early 60s, and he went back to starring in hit movies like he had prior to his army days. I don't think I mentioned it, but he was in movies just before the army, like Love Me Tender and Jailhouse Rock in the sort of mid to late 50s. The Colonel encouraged Elvis to continue to make movies, almost to his detriment.
Almost
Definitely.
as if he had some sort of financial stake in it.
He's like, just smash them out. Oh, they suck? Yeah, that's cool. Don't worry about it. Elvis was like, I want to make some serious ones. And he did make a couple of more serious dramatic movies, and they flopped. So he went back to these sort of romantic comedy. I'm in a Hawaiian shirt.
Exactly. He's always just sitting there and there's guitar just there, and they're like, come on, Elvis, play us a little tune.
Everything I remember is from midday movies. It's either that or he's like some sort of daredevil motorcyclist.
I was just going to say that. There's one where he's
spinning around
up a wall
Yeah.
on a motorcycle. Oh, good times.
But as the 60s wore on, they became more and more formulaic and less successful. Many of the earlier ones did have hit soundtracks, but they also became less and less successful as the decade wore on. And these movies started to really take their toll on Presley's reputation. He eventually was starting to be seen as a bit of a joke. Like his music cred was waning, and he was seen as just being a has-been.
Who's Wayne? Yeah, no, again, worth interrupting.
It's probably that third brother.
Yeah.
Wayne Presley.
What would Wayne's middle name have been? You got Aaron,
Sparrow.
Garen,
Baron.
Wayne Sparron Presley. That's cool.
So
Who was unfortunately barren.
Oh.
Yeah, so.
in 1967, he marries Priscilla Presley, who was the
Who's
child
now
Of age at the time.
16 years old, great.
in
know,
Las
she's an
Vegas, Nevada,
Ah.
at a casino.
Is that why there's so many
The
Elvis
Aladdin
impersonators that you can get married by Elvis in Vegas because he got married by Elvis
Must
in
be.
Vegas?
That's got
Yeah.
something to do with it, I reckon.
That's got to be.
He was more and more connected to Vegas in his later years. Married life didn't change Elvis's stalling career, unfortunately. The soundtrack flops started to really pile up. And with this, the Colonel, way later than he should have, realised that it was not good for his career, and he shifted his attention back to TV.
I've just built my 24-carat gold mansion, and I've finally realised that this isn't good for you.
Yeah, it's not
a
good for-
coincidence.
Yeah, it's weird. I mean, because now, your reputation was copping a hit for a while, and now I'm also not making much money out of you.
Yeah.
So I think we should do what's best for you and turn our attention back to TV. But it was a great move because he made a deal with NBC to do Elvis's first TV appearance in 8 years with a Christmas special. It was called simply Elvis. And it was called Elvis. The simply was just me telling, look, let's not go...
Tonight on NBC, simply called Elvis.
Nah, it's called Elvis. Me saying simply, oh no.
Oh no.
That's at 11.
This is the end for me, NBC announcer man. It's not my name.
It's Wayne. My name's Wayne.
Ah, that's Wayne. I knew it was going to appear
Wayne
soon.
Barron. The
I'm
Barron
I'm
Presley.
your long lost triplet twin.
Oh.
Oh, what? Wait, that got it. All right.
Bit far, mate.
Yeah, come on, mate.
You might have. This was the one that doesn't. Okay, you might be familiar with this. I had seen footage of this concert. It was where he was wearing that leather, like full black leather.
Yes, I have seen that, yeah.
And it.
Concert or porno?
Well, the way he sings.
It's got to be Elvis porn.
Yeah. Oh, there must be.
There must be. Meso's. He's Googling.
Closing the Tom Parker page.
Open up. Elvis porn.
It was in front of just a small audience, but it was the NBC's highest rating show of that season.
Quite a lot of Elvis. Oh, okay. Yeah, there's a lot of Elvis porn.
Give us your top couple.
Nah, probably shouldn't.
I'm not saying explain what's happening. Just give us the title.
Well, this one just says Elvis XXX a porn parody, and it says scene 1, so presumably
Elvis XXX a porn parody.
yeah.
It's a parody of porn.
Okay, that's
Yeah,
a confusing
that's right.
title.
Not of Elvis.
That's a very confusing title.
It's like a scary movie of porn.
Yeah, it's like, oh, God.
Leslie Nielsen's in it.
How silly is porn? That's what it is.
I went Google image search Elvis porn, and it's exactly what you'd expect, except for like the 10th image down is a giant Eddie Murphy head on wheels.
On wheels.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Promotion for the film Meet Dave, one would assume.
Right, which was an Elvis parody porn
Yeah,
movie.
exactly. Yeah.
So a writer named John Landau wrote about this special. There is something magical about watching a man who has lost himself find his way back home. He sang with a kind of power people no longer expect of rock and roll singers. He moved his body with a lack of pretension and effort that must have made Jim Morrison green with envy. I love it when people can get a dig in at someone they don't like.
That's right, yeah.
In a
So
positive
good.
review.
Man, his performance must have made my high school English teacher just regret her life choices and regret being mean to me.
Yeah. So that special would
Nah,
be
she killed herself.
Oh, jeez.
So there's that.
special would become known as the '68 comeback special.
Don't know what she's laughing about. Is she laughing at the death of a beloved educator? What's she laughing about?
You just never know what's going to hit with Jess.
No, that's right, yeah.
Sounded like a porn title.
Oh,
69 comeback special.
Yeah,
Oh.
like 68, but yeah.
Yeah, no, that's
so,
pretty good.
I mean, it was close to being something.
I know, but there was an explosive laugh that I didn't expect. I'm sorry.
You haven't done one of those in a while. Off the back,
Yeah, because Dave makes me laugh.
I used to make you laugh.
What changed, guys? This is an intervention for you two. That's why Dave's off at Nazi camp or whatever. He wanted me to come in and
Maybe
and
Matt and I
moderate
need
this.
some space. Maybe Matt needs to fuck off for an episode. Wow. So I can really miss him, you know?
Yeah, no, I know, yeah. Absence, heart grow fonder.
Exactly.
I mean, we haven't seen each other for a month, but
That's true.
More time is needed.
Yeah.
off the back... Oh, and during that month, we were just releasing stuff we had up our sleeve that we recorded from the RCA recordings.
Much like Elvis.
And they all went top 40. Off the back of the success of the special, Elvis was booked to perform at the brand new International Hotel in Las Vegas, which boasted the largest showroom in the whole city, for 57 shows over 4 weeks.
What?
57 shows over 4 weeks.
57 shows over 4
we need
weeks.
It's like
Dave and his
15.
math skills.
Wait, so 4 weeks, so that's like 20 a week.
Yeah.
It's 4 shows a day for 5.
Is that
That's a
like
lot of
4
shows.
sevens,
I mean, it's an
Yeah.
uneven number of
28.
shows, but maybe there's a matinee.
Yeah,
That's
maybe.
probably a
yeah.
matinee.
Oh, that would suck.
I think it's 2 a day.
Yeah, look, my maths isn't very good. If I'm
Oh, look,
honest with
but
you.
I'm not... Anyway,
That's
doesn't matter. It's a lot of shows.
2
Yeah.
days, 14 a week.
Yeah, mm.
Oh, yeah, it's
Uh,
closer.
It's every day. It's a lot.
how many gigs have you done this year, Jess?
This year,
In 9 months?
102.
Yeah, so
104.
he did more than half
Oh.
of that in a ninth of the time.
Yeah.
You're still keeping count. Isn't that adorable?
Yeah, I am adorable. Thank you for noticing.
Adorable.
The run was a huge success. Presley was back, baby. I've written down.
That's
It was-
amazing. I'm glad you wrote that down.
At a
And I reckon when you wrote that, you thought, and here I'll say, Presley was back, baby.
Yeah.
But instead, what you said, Presley was back, baby, I've written down. So that's good.
Don't give us a peek behind the curtain. Just let
Well,
it.
the funny thing is, because I wrote it so late last night, I was pretty delirious. I don't
Yep.
remember a lot of this. I mean, I wrote it so recently.
Yeah.
But I still... Anyway, cool.
Wasn't 12 hours ago. that you wrote
Wasn't.
it. No.
It wasn't. At the press conference after the opening show, journalists referred to him as the king, but Presley gestured towards Fats Domino, who was also in the room at the time, obviously, and said,
Just
no.
a picture of me carried with him at all times.
Said, no, that's the real king of rock and roll. Humble. Humble
I mean,
king.
wrong, certainly. I mean, name a Fats Domino song.
131166 Pizza
it's
Hut
Pizza Hut.
delivery. Ah.
That's Domino. Well, maybe that, but that's the thing. I guess that's what he's saying. He's like, I'm getting all the attention because I'm a
Yeah.
white guy. But maybe this guy is like, he was huge, Fats Domino.
Yeah.
All I know, the main thing I know
know.
about him is that Chubby Checker kind of ripped off his name and had a big hit. Fats Domino,
Oh.
Yeah,
Chubby
that's
Checker.
true. Oh, that's a...
Yeah, it's a weird fact.
I'd
right?
never even made that connection.
No,
that's
That's
pretty
actually
funny.
amazing.
I hadn't until someone pointed it out in a very similar manner.
On a podcast.
It was weird. It's the only thing they said to me the whole time. The
What
next,
a weird podcast.
it was really weird. They're just like, shh, no, that's all we brought you here for.
Get out.
Get out of here. The next day, the Colonel negotiated a 5-year contract for Presley to play each Feb and August at the International Hotel for the huge sum of $1 million a year.
Feb and August. So like
For a
all
couple-
of Feb, all
yeah,
of August?
so it'd be similar to his 4-week crazy deals.
Fuck, I'd do that.
For $1 million, yeah. 10 months off. That's your full-time job.
That'd be
The
fun.
Colonel-
What would you do for $1 million, Jess? Would you perform a bloody sold-out rock and roll tour? Is that what you'd do, eh? Is that what would you do that?
I love
Yeah.
it when people say so. I reckon I'd do that thing that everyone would do.
Right, yeah.
You would do that for $1 million.
You'd do gigs to packed out audiences for 2 months of the year for
For
$1
$1
million,
million?
would you? You
Wow.
know what? You know what? I would.
Hey, just
know
the only
Yeah.
thing is there's nothing guaranteeing packed out audiences. So I think
I think I'm going to packed out audiences.
okay.
Okay, I'm Elvis Presley. I'm Elvis Presley.
Oh, okay. You're Elvis Presley. I get it. In 1970, Presley organized to meet the then president of the U.S., who guys would know.
What year was this?
1970.
Nixon?
It was Nixon.
Yeah, okay.
I would not have known that. So that is a good get. And in this meeting, I think it's kind of a famous meeting where he asked for a badge. He asked for a narcotics,
Oh, that's right. Yeah,
badge
like a
and-
DEA badge.
DEA badge, yeah.
Okay.
and he also was talking about how patriotic he was and how he had contempt for the hippies and the drug culture.
Huh. Mr.
Mr.
Amphetamines.
Amphetamines,
Yeah.
yeah. And
Mr. Worldwide. Mr. Amphetamines is his thing. I think I'm still a bit jet lagged.
Jess lagged.
Yeah.
is that one?
No.
Nah, it's pretty
Wait,
good
no.
though.
Yeah,
It's close. If jet lagged was one word, then it would be.
it's true.
Is jet lagged one word? I reckon that might be a portmanteau. Portmanteau. Yeah, right, okay. So
Short manteau.
that's
That's a
Warnicky.
Jess Perkins related portmanteau.
Short manteau.
Short man. Because I'm a short man.
Yeah.
Well played.
Yeah,
I
no,
am
good-
short
yeah,
for a
no,
man.
good with it. Yeah.
Yeah.
So in this meeting, he was talking about how he's not in it. He's like, yeah, drug culture and that sort of stuff is no good.
Wow.
Apparently Nixon found it really awkward. Like, and I definitely don't know this at all, but it just feels like Elvis was high.
Oh, absolutely, yeah.
But I don't have no reason to believe that apart from that's just like he just sounds like he's been really weird.
Yeah. It's just like, okay, be cool. You're what's something a man who's really high on drugs wouldn't do? He'd ask for a drug enforcement agency badge.
Yes. And he'll also say to the president that the Beatles exemplify a trend of anti-Americanism and drug abuse in popular culture. He just threw the Beatles under the bus.
What would a man who's on drugs not do? Throw the Beatles under the bus.
And apparently they'd hung out a few years earlier, the Beatles and Elvis, and
Okay.
had a good time. Did some stuff together.
You know what you never mentioned either is when Elvis met Forrest Gump
It's very true.
when
yeah.
he stayed at the house. When
Okay.
Elvis stayed at the house.
Yeah,
You
that-
mentioned that in the formative years of Elvis's career.
That's in the fun facts, but you've ticked it off now.
No!
You said it better than I was going to.
Oh no!
And in a lot of ways, it wasn't in the fun facts.
There
and
we
I didn't,
go.
I didn't know that. I didn't even know that was a thing.
It's a
Good.
thing.
Okay. Paul McCartney later said that he felt betrayed by Elvis,
Aww.
and he said
Mac.
something like, he said a nice sort of like, you know, those little sassy tags.
You
on
better do
there.
the
He said
accent.
Did he do
something
the
like,
accent? And you have
I
to
don't-
say, I'm Paul McCartney from the Beatles and...
All right, let me find the exact quote though. And yeah.
I endorse this
That's what
message.
yeah.
All right, wait.
I'm
Can
Paul
you give
McCartney and
me the Paul McCartney? Give me a word or something to get me in.
Beatles.
Beatle. Okay, yep. Thank you. Yes. All right.
Yeah.
The great joke was that we were taking illegal drugs, and look what happened to him.
I'm sorry. Who was that? Who was that was speaking?
It's no way of knowing.
There's no way of knowing.
The great joke. Yeah. Well, I think I nailed it. I don't know what you guys are going on about, but I think I fucking smacked it in the...
That's why I always start my messages with "I'm Jess Perkins" and
I'm here
Oh,
to
wait,
say,
no, hang on. No,
I'm here
wait,
to
I
say.
forgot about the
my name's
instruction.
Jess Perkins, and I'm here
Let
to
me
say
go-
I wrap everything.
What was I meant to say?
I'm Paul McCartney, and
At the start. Okay, great. I can do that. Even better. I feel a bit betrayed. I am
No.
Paul McCartney.
Good.
And the great joke was that we were taking drugs, and look what happened to him.
I like I feel betrayed. I'm Paul McCartney, and that's great.
Do you think I probably smashed it?
I think
though?
it was better the first time.
I don't know.
I think maybe you should stay in the room and not leave and let Paul McCartney come in
Okay.
and say that, which he just did,
Oh.
and then he leaves.
Show
then you come back.
business secrets, Nick.
Because we were just asking you to do an impression, not get Paul McCartney in the
Oh,
studio.
You've
Would-
blown the budget, mate.
Don't you think that was a bit of fun having him in?
Yeah.
Yeah, it was kind of fun, actually, yeah.
If only I'd paid him to hang around a little longer.
He shook my left hand because we're both left-handed.
Are you now all shook up?
Oh.
Oh, this is fucked. Every time I do this, it feels like the worst thing that we've ever done. Are we really? Are we just like?
Yeah, it gets worse.
Well, I'm happy to be here as part of the worst
So
podcast
sorry to
you've
make
ever
you.
done.
Oh, I'm so sorry, Nick. Everything you've done has been fantastic.
Oh, thank you.
I'm coming up to the end here.
Great.
He's about to die.
Wow.
Oh no!
Spoilers.
Oh no!
Spoilers.
By the early 1970s, Presley's marriage was falling apart
No.
with Priscilla, and he was starting to get around town a bit.
Oh.
Oh.
Elvis.
Priscilla also. Did I talk about earlier how the army helped Elvis get into karate?
No, but that sounds great.
Yeah, someone at the army got him, and he's
I'm
just
imagining-
started studying karate, and he
I'm
got right
imagining
into it.
fat
Yeah.
Elvis doing karate too.
Yeah.
Well, you may well, because he started incorporating karate into his later stage shows.
Yeah, there's a
Oh
lot of
my
chops.
God, that's
Yeah, there's a lot of stances and a lot of chops.
Yeah.
that's so great. Your face is the best part.
And at one
It's rage and confusion.
that is Elvis' lip.
Yeah.
That is perfect Elvis lip impersonation.
I missed it.
It's a full face lip impersonation. You're bringing everything in.
Thank you.
He really commits.
So Elvis, he got right into karate, and he actually recommended a karate instructor to Priscilla at one point during their marriage.
Oh, no.
And
The
yeah,
sexiest one in town as well.
yeah, and it went that way, and Priscilla and the karate man, yeah.
What'd they do?
They,
They get coffee?
no, I think Nick knows where this is going.
they get-
I want him to tell us, but incorporate somehow some sort of a karate
Did they-
terminology into the
Get best friend
euphemism.
bracelets?
Oh,
Give us a karate euphemism.
the old roundhouse kick to the vagina. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? Jess is on board.
I was hoping it was going to be clearer than that.
Oh, sorry.
He always leaves it vague.
Yeah, sorry about that. Yeah.
So, I guess that's the way you can
her
still.
the vagina? That's so aggressive and mean.
That's how
you get a black
Meso
belt, yeah.
keeps a G rating on everything he does. Is he's able to hide his references so well.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we've got an explicit rating on this podcast.
You could have just said,
No,
made love, but
made
if
a
you want-
beautiful connection.
they made a beautiful connection. The two
Intercourse.
hearts beated together.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Oh, in it goes. Jess is putting her finger dick into her hand mutt.
Wow.
You know how well...
Let me tell you, Elvis did not earn. Wait, Priscilla didn't. Wait, the karate instructor did not earn his black belt in blue balls.
Oh, that's...
There we go. Finally
fair
found
enough.
one.
That's very-
Yeah,
Very
because
good.
they did it.
Yeah, they did it.
Yeah.
They had the sex.
And there was alliteration in there as well, and there was a lot going on.
Yeah.
A lot to like about that.
Check.
So yeah, their marriage was falling apart.
Oh.
And around this time, some people said that Elvis never really recovered from the breakup, but he obviously played a big part in it himself.
Yeah.
Like,
Are you blaming the victim?
no, he was having an affair.
Oh, yeah. Okay, fair enough then.
I think Priscilla's thing might have happened after he'd had multiple affairs. So, yeah, sorry, that was not. But and along with that, he was also struggling with other personal problems, including an addiction to prescription drugs.
But their prescription.
Yeah,
they are
doctors.
yeah.
Doctors know what they're doing.
Yeah, there's
That's all right.
same
I
as
mean, he got
Michael
it from-
Jackson.
Yeah,
or-
he got him from Dr. Tom Parker. But that guy's qualified. I think
Jeez,
he's got doctor.
he's got a lot of different qualifications.
Yeah.
That guy. What is a kernel? Is there like a kernel spell like that? Is there
It's a part of the corn.
the corn? Right. I can't think of. Is there an actual army, or is that just an old like Wild West thing
No, you can be a colonel.
in the Australian army, or just in American army?
Who's to say?
Yeah,
There's
it's a
no
good-
way of knowing. There's no way of
That's
knowing.
his way of saying he doesn't know.
No.
Who's to say?
Mm.
Who's to say? I don't know.
Yeah.
He doesn't know.
Yeah.
I'm
That
not
see,
sure.
Yeah.
so well hidden,
Sneaky.
very sneaky.
Who's to say?
I'm like, that's a good question. I mean, you could say.
You could say Matthew.
Oh, so he turned that back on you. Not bad.
There is no colonel in the Australian army. I just looked it
How
up.
did you Google that so fast?
Well, I mean, I will Google it later, and if it's not true, I'll edit it out.
Nice.
Yeah.
Smooth.
It's sort of like that trick they did in Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure,
Well, they went through time.
where they went through time.
Yeah.
But you know that bit where he's like, I need something here right now. Leave in the future, leave in the past, leave a thing here, and then the thing was there. That's fucking Jesus. All right, it definitely will be edited out.
That's fucking Jesus.
I mean, in the end, isn't that what life is?
It's about fucking Jesus.
Yeah, in a lot of ways. Oh, that.
Get your black belt in that.
Got my black belt in fucking Jesus.
If we hadn't lost America before now, with the hand mutt call, I think fucking Jesus might have really finished them off. Anyway, thanks for... Now that America's gone...
There we go. I
just
don't think baseball's that good of a sport.
now we can drop some truth.
That's right.
No, I reckon we just finish it there.
Yeah, good.
I reckon we're done.
You guys have had a good run anyway.
Yeah.
Last episode.
Despite his personal troubles, he remained a popular draw in Las Vegas and continued touring. And he performed his last concert in June 1977 in Indianapolis. After the concert, he returned home to his Memphis Mansion in Graceland to prepare another tour.
And he
But-
went on another tour after that.
No, I've already spoiled that, I think, by saying that show was his last one.
Oh, but not his last tour.
Oh, yeah, that's a good point. Let's find out.
Okay, cool.
Sometime in the morning of August 16, 1977, Presley died of heart failure at the age of 42.
Oh, no.
It seemed to me, in those old... I love those celebrities from the olden days. You're just like, he must have lived till 60 because...
Right.
How many... He looks so different through his career.
Right,
But that was
yeah.
only 20 years. From that
Yeah.
skinny hot guy to the
Fat hot guy.
Fat hot guy with the big mutton chops. Or whatever those were, sideburns. All right, let's not fucking get bogged down in the detail. That's not what this is about. It was later ruled that his death was related to his prescription drug use, and Presley was buried on the Graceland property near the grave sites of his mother and father and grandmother, who has a cracking name, Minnie May Hood Presley.
Ah.
Minnie May Hood.
Minnie Mayhood.
Minnie May Hood, she may not, I guess. I don't know. That feels like her parents must have been celebrities to name her something stupid like Minnie May Hood.
That's a cute name, Minnie May.
Oh, Minnie May's fine, but why would you with a Hood?
Well, maybe Hood was the surname, and then she just like hyphenated Hood Presley.
That's probably true. Fuck.
Minnie May is adorable. Shotgun that nickname.
All right.
All right, Minnie May.
Who am I again? Gut Bucket.
Gut Bucket.
Nice.
Gut Bucket and Minnie May.
Oh, yeah.
Ooh.
Here is some stuff.
So
Did he die on the toilet?
that was going to be the question.
No,
Did he die eating a
he did.
peanut butter and banana sandwich?
No. I think the rumor was that he was eating a cheeseburger.
Or he was eating something on the toilet, I thought.
Yeah, right?
Yeah,
And died.
eating one of his crazy cheeseburgers on the toilet.
Why eat on the toilet?
But he
Efficient.
he
It is
did.
efficient.
He had been on the toilet, but he.
Look, we've all been on the toilet, right?
Sometimes,
So I'm not saying.
Don't denigrate the man for being on the toilet when we've all, at some point in our lives, been on the toilet. I've been on the toilet.
at some point during the day that he died, he was on the toilet.
You were so
What a
open.
monster.
That's why it's great to have you on the show. You're
Yeah.
so free and easy.
Dave would never mention being on the
No.
toilet.
I was on the toilet before I came here.
Oh, Jess, too much.
I kind of need to go on the toilet again.
Oh,
Go
do
on
go
the
on.
toilet.
That's
To
all
go
I
on the
was-
toilet.
But it. Because I had said that he didn't die in the toilet. I didn't want to make
Just
it. I didn't
for
want anyone
wheeze.
thinking.
Just for wheeze,
All
by
right,
the way.
look, fine.
If anything, that's worse.
If anything,
Ugh.
ugh, gross. But he'd fallen off the toilet and died on the bathroom floor,
Oh.
So,
where he lay in a pool of his own vomit.
pants still around his ankles then? I would assume.
No, because it'd be jumpsuit, so totally naked. It'd be
But
all
it's
the way.
around his ankles, so
Yeah,
he
that's
couldn't
true,
move.
yeah.
So he died
Yeah.
on the toilet. He
Yeah.
died on the toilet.
Yeah, he died.
The death started when he was still on the toilet because he fell off it. Elvis died on the toilet.
Okay, sure.
In a way, all our deaths start on the toilet. Careful.
That's true.
Ooh.
I'll never go to the toilet again. Throughout his amazing career, Presley won 3 Grammy Awards and 18 number one singles. 3 Grammy Awards
Seems
seems
low.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And they were for weird... Oh, man, they were for the weirdest things. I wish I'd written down the...
Would have made sense too.
Oh, in some ways. He won... So one of his Grammy Awards was for Best Inspirational Performance.
What?
Huh.
I don't think they have that Grammy anymore.
No. Is that like a gospel thing?
Yeah, I guess so. They were all for gospel recordings, all
Huh.
3.
Okay.
He had 14 nominations altogether. So yeah, but now I think there's more awards, but less weird specific ones like that. Because you remember that famous photo of Norah Jones just hugging like 8?
10 Grammys, yeah.
It's just
that's
like
right.
they just hand them out for so many things now.
Mm-hmm.
So I imagine if Elvis was going around now, he would have won 4 or 5.
Yeah.
6. And he had countless gold and platinum albums. Like in some way, I just cut and pasted that because I imagine that they would be a countable number.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah.
Countless, they've said, but
No.
And I-
Disagree.
yeah, I disagree. He was one of the first performers inducted into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame in 1986. In 1998, he was inducted into the Country Music Hall of Fame. And in 2001, he was inducted into the Gospel Music Association's Gospel Music Hall of Fame. So he's like, in some ways, he's
Quite
his
famous in
own
halls.
$1 million quartet. That was only 3, wasn't it? He's in a lot of halls.
He's in a lot of halls.
So I had a chance to write some fun facts because Jess Perkins was late today.
Yeah, I got lost.
So I've got a few quick fun facts to finish off, which we haven't done in ages, but that used to be a really...
Is that because the episodes have become less fun for you guys?
Yes.
Oh, definitely. Yeah.
It's really become a grind.
We've
Yeah,
lost
right.
the joy. We've lost the joy.
So here are some of them. Elvis didn't write any of his own songs.
What?
Oh, yeah, okay, wow,
I actually feel kind of cheated.
Yeah.
He did receive a few co-writer credits, though. But they were for, not for... He really didn't write the songs.
He wrote some ahas.
Yeah. And often it was like, Elvis will sing your song.
Yep.
But he needs a co-writing credit or something like that. So it's just a deal like that. But apparently one time, this is what he said in 1957, I've never even had an idea for a song. Just once, maybe. I went to bed one night, had a dream, and woke up all shook up. I phoned a pal and told him about it. By morning, he had a new song, which was called...
Heartbreak Hotel. Were you going to do a joke there? Because I swept in. Matt Stewart. I took your joke.
Fuck you, man.
I wasn't. No, it was all shook up. But I did sort of pause thinking, someone should do a joke here. And you did, and you didn't disappoint. Because that was a real setup for just a lob.
Yeah, it was a
And
it's a low ball.
you've got a sweet, you got a big middle spot, big sweet spot in your racket. And you just creamed it.
Thank you.
I didn't even see it go by.
That's right.
But it's Love 40.
Yeah. Hit it for 6.
Yep.
Sports.
Out of the stadium.
Whoa.
Elvis. Oh, here's another fun fact. If you thought that one was fun,
Here we go.
did you? Did you think that was
I
fun?
know, it's pretty
Really
fun.
Fun fact.
That's pretty fun.
Elvis bought Graceland when he was only 22.
I should have said all shook up and acted like it was a joke. I've been really...
Anyway, Graceland, boiled at 22.
He bought Graceland at 22, just over 100,000. The Memphis Mansion was his home base for 2 decades, like the majority, like his whole adult life. It was built in 1939 by Dr. Thomas Moore and his wife Ruth on land that had once been part of this big farm named Graceland in honour of the original owner's daughter Grace, who was Ruth Moore's great aunt. So when Elvis bought the place, he just kept the name.
That's nice.
You'd think it's normally something like that. You'd be like, all right, I'm coming in, I'm calling it...
Elvis City.
Yeah.
Heartbreak Hotel.
Yeah, totally.
Up top. Yeah.
Totally.
Got him again. Got you again, Stuart.
You dumb shit.
He made many additions to the property, though. Didn't change the name, but made some additions, including the music-themed iron entrance gates, which are kind of iconic, and also a jungle room, which included an indoor waterfall, and also made a racquetball building.
Sure.
5 years after he died at Graceland, his ex-wife Priscilla...
On the toilet.
Off the toilet.
Immediately off the toilet.
Yeah.
Just off the toilet.
Off the toilet.
Toilet adjacent.
Because gravity took over and he fell off the toilet.
You can't be, you're either off the toilet or you're on the toilet, Jess,
I'm
in
just
life.
saying, just saying.
And he was off the toilet.
Am I right? I'm not gonna
He was on the floor. If you're keen for him to be on something, it was methamphetamines and the floor.
Yeah.
And
Good one.
14-year-old girls.
Oh, fuck. It sucks that, so many famous people in the old days were just fucked.
Yeah.
I imagine we're going to find out that it's the same now, but...
Yeah.
Fuck.
Yeah.
So his ex-wife Priscilla, 5 years after Elvis died, she opened the estate up to the public for tours, and something like 600,000 fans now get through there every year. And Elvis's only child, Lisa Marie Presley, who I never mentioned, inherited Graceland when she was 25, and she continues to operate it today. Lisa Marie, did she marry Michael Jackson?
Yes.
Or
I
had a
think so.
relationship? Is she Blanket's mum? Maybe?
Well, that's the perils of fame once again.
Yeah.
We'll always be famous, so name a kid Blanket.
Was it actually named Blanket?
No, absolutely
That was just
not, no.
because he wore a blanket on his head.
Yeah.
The final one, these fun facts are from history.com. This final one, Elvis never performed outside of North America.
Really?
Feels
But he's
like
still so big.
Yeah, an estimated 40% of his music sales were outside the US. However, apart from a couple of concerts in Canada in 1957, he never performed on foreign soil at all. And a number of sources have suggested that Elvis's manager, Colonel Parker, turned down many lucrative offers for the singer to perform abroad, because he was an illegal immigrant and feared he wouldn't be allowed back into the US if he travelled overseas.
Interesting.
Yeah.
That is a fun fact.
That's a fun fact. That's the fun fact to finish.
That's a good one.
Good work.
Wow, and that was the story of
The
Johnny
life and
Cash.
death of... Oh, no.
Yeah, that's right.
What?
Weren't you paying any attention?
No.
Good.
Because now I'm playing you.
Oh.
I'm so messed up in this. I don't even know who I am anymore.
Did we? No one turned... I thought you were really going to fall in love with Elvis or turn on him at one point. Oh, you kind of turned on him when he became a pedophile.
When he became one?
I guess, yeah, it was always in him.
Yeah.
Oh, dear. Hey, Nick, thanks so much for sitting through this.
That's been a pleasure. I had a really good time. I
We're
laughed and I
sorry.
learned.
We're sorry.
I think next time you come in, it would be great for you to take the reins because you are much better with the reins in your hands.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay, guys.
I feel like he just said you were shit. Now.
Oh, now.
Oh.
That's true. He didn't he?
Yeah.
Oh, no,
My
the-
deductive.
Well,
Reasoning.
it was meant to be
Yeah.
the other way around. Don't project.
Better than you.
Don't project, Jess. I was saying better than
Gotcha.
me. Yeah.
Well, you should have worded that better.
Okay.
Look, we're all great at podcasting and being best friends.
Yeah.
That's right. Now,
Yeah.
how does Dave usually finish? Because I've usually switched off.
Well,
mentally.
normally when we have a guest, we talk about the things that they can see them
Oh, great. Okay.
Oh,
yeah. Cool.
yeah,
Hey, Mesa, what things can we see
I'm on a
you in?
podcast called The Weekly Planet, which,
Oh.
like,
in. The
vast
Weekly
majority...
Planet. The
Yeah.
Weekly Planet.
Correct. That's how it starts. Yeah.
Something movie stars up your butthole.
It does feature that, yeah. It's in the
Dun,
theme.
Weekly Planet.
Yeah.
I really thought I would have known all the words.
No, it really gets in there. Yeah, so it's a podcast about your big superhero movies and your comic books and your TV shows.
I've learned
Like a lot of podcasts.
nearly everything
you know.
I know about all that stuff from that show. And the episode where Nick came on here last time
Oh,
and
yeah.
talked about Marvel.
I think a lot of our listeners are fans of yours as well. So,
Well, thank you, listeners of this show.
Yeah, you do have a lot of fans.
so really, it's kind of selfish of us to have you on here because we're just like, oh, maybe we'll get more listeners.
Jess,
Should get
Nah,
more
but
listeners.
good to have you.
But I'm
buddy.
Jess, you're making that sound a little grotty.
it's just pee talk and just
Yeah.
being on podcasts.
I do need
No,
to pee,
I'm a big fan of this podcast. I listen to it every week.
Ah, thanks,
Yeah.
mate.
That's
Thank
very
you.
sweet. of you to
Sometimes
say.
late at night in my car eating bad fast food.
Oh, that's
Yeah,
great.
that's
I
right.
wanna
You're my
do
little
that.
fast food friends.
Yes!
That's really nice.
Yeah,
I'm
thank
so
you.
okay with that.
Yeah, it's good.
Next time you're doing that, can you just send me a picture
Yes.
of like you sitting in your car with your dirty food? Because there's no judgment here. It's not shame eating when I'm involved.
Yeah.
No, it is though. I shame eat a lot. So yeah, thank you for coming.
Pleasure. Yeah,
Um,
thanks for having me.
Thanks for coming. And this is our first one in the new studio.
Yeah, let me tell you.
It's not built yet.
No.
Well, I mean, it's our first one near the new studio.
Right, yeah.
New studio adjacent. We're in
Yeah.
a room nearby it.
Yeah.
So that's not bad. So
Yeah.
that'll be exciting.
This is the Elvis off the toilet of recording this
Yeah.
podcast because it's near. It's near
Yeah.
the studio.
You'll have to come back another time when we have the new studio.
Yeah,
all
it's
set
going to be
up.
great.
Yeah.
Matt, did you also want to maybe mention your...
Oh, yes. I've got a fringe show. If you're in Melbourne, I've got a fringe show coming up. It's my first solo hour show. And it is at the Courthouse Hotel in North Melbourne from the 26th of September for 1 week.
Very good.
8:30 shows. And it's going to be, well, you know me.
It's going to be great.
It's going to be
really
it's gonna
good.
Be me
What's it
like.
called, Matt?
It's called Pretty Dry.
For a
Yeah.
white
Which is-
guy.
Nice.
That's not the
Oh,
name. It's just
that's
called
not-
Pretty Dry, but I just
Oh,
thought of
you
it then.
fucked. You made it
Sorry,
so
mate.
fucked.
We'll put up...
It's really, the idea is that when people ask what my style of comedy is, I'm like, I guess it's pretty dry.
Yeah, for a white guy.
Yeah, you should have really gone for that. You should have run the idea
No,
past.
I'm glad I did not. I'm just,
Alright.
I'm annoyed that people might think that is what it is.
It's
For
not.
a white guy. Fuck. Yeah.
Yes!
Could you turn off your Zing machine for 2 seconds?
Can't.
No.
It comes naturally. For a white guy. No, I lost it. We'll put up links and stuff on our Facebook page and Twitter and all that jazz about that, so we'll can share that around. Okay, Maddie? Oh, you've gone all quiet now.
Okay, okay, Jess. Ooh.
Okay, great. Thank you, everybody, for listening. I'm trying to pick up Dave's level of enthusiasm. You can, if you've got a suggestion for us, you can get in contact with us on Twitter at DoGoOnPod, via email, dogoonpod@gmail.com. We've got Facebook. You can send us a carrier pigeon or just telepathy.
And what's your...
Let's try that.
I'm loud all of a sudden. And Nick Mason's
Hello.
Twitter handle is
I'm-
at Wikipedia Brown.
which is a sweet joke that no one gets anymore.
No, but someone got it. Last time you were on, Dave got it.
Oh, yeah.
And it was because it was some... Wikipedia's the new version. It's like Encyclopedia Brown or something.
Yes, he was a children's book character back in the day. Yeah.
That's very funny.
Thank you. The best Twitter handles are the ones you have to explain.
Oh,
I
the
feel.
best jokes in general, the ones you
Yeah.
have to then sit down and
Mine's
explain.
Matt Stewart.
Huh.
But no, it's Stu Art.
Oh,
which
the
is pretty
underscore
funny.
is between Stu and Art.
That's pretty funny.
Pretty good.
That's a very common name, as it turns out, Matt
No.
Stewart.
Yeah.
Would you believe it? Anyway, geez, this outro's gone too long.
Way too long. I'm trying to wrap it up. Review us on iTunes and
All right, only positive
only
reviews.
positive
Yeah.
reviews,
Yeah.
please. We're comedians. We have very low self-esteem.
If you've tried it and you didn't like it, just do something else
Just
with your
fuck
life.
off.
Yeah, right?
If you like it, tell everybody.
Yeah.
In the meantime, we'll see you next week, and we will say goodbye. And then I would
Oh,
say
and
bye.
laters.
There we go.
And what do you say? What's your
How do you want to say goodbye?
thing?
Come on.
Yeah, hang on. Give me. I need a.
I don't think you do. It's just a goodbye.
I just didn't think this would ever end, so I thought I'd never have to say goodbye to anyone.
Everything has to
Well,
go.
maybe it's a not
Don't go, everyone. Don't go.
It's not a goodbye. It's a see you again soon.
Which is
Yeah.
what your mum tells
See
you
you
when
soon.
grandma dies.
See you soon, Garen. See you soon, Garen Presley.
And Sparran.